This is one of the places, and they did many places like this. But check it out, though. Listen. Intrigue Minds made this video once again. Hold on.
This event was triggered by crimes against two white women, allegedly.
Notice how most of these stories where they took our land and killed us and stuff like that, it always started with some white woman lying, saying she was raped. They used the same tactics all through history, like they trying to do me down here in Georgia. Somebody lying, saying some shit happened to them. They have a reason to come kill your ass and harm you. Pay attention to that point. Let's keep going, though.
Oscarville was a small town in the county of Forsyth in the state of Georgia. In 1912, the white population drove the black population out of Oscarville with threats and violence. This event was triggered by crimes against two white women, allegedly at the hands of black men. Homes and churches were destroyed, and an estimated 1,100 people were displaced. This was not the first time that Oscarville had been the site of racial violence. In the 1830s, the white population forcibly removed Cherokee farmers from their property.
Let me pause right there. You heard what he said? You heard what he said? That wasn't the first time they displaced us. Now remember, who was the Cherokee? Us. So if your eyes is woke to the fact that there's no such thing as Indians, we are the Indians. We are the descendants of those native tribes. Keep that in your mind. Now let's keep going.
And forced the Cherokees away from Oscarville forever. Welcome to Intrigued Mind, where today we explore Oscarville, the city drowned by Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier is the site of multiple mysterious deaths and disappearances that have plagued this man-made lake for as long as it has been in existence. Many people believe that the lake is haunted because it was constructed on top of a town. That town was called Oscarville, located in Forsyth County. It still exists today, but it is submerged beneath as much as 152 feet of water, though the remnants of Oscarville were revealed during droughts between 2000 and 2009. So, what happened to the residents of that town? Who were they? And why did they leave? And what other mysteries does this submerged city's tragic past lay claim to? Keep watching to learn all about the secrets of Oscarville, the town that was flooded by Lake Lanier.
Let's go.
County, which lies in the northern part of the state of Georgia. Today, this county is characterized by a predominantly white population. Yet, this was not always the case. In 1912, each and every black resident was forcibly relocated. An estimated 1,100 people, comprising 10% of Oscarville's population, were removed from their homes and sent into exile. But what events precipitated this racial cleansing? In September of that year, before the white people drove out their black neighbors, a young woman was found in the nearby woods. She was beaten, bloodied, and unconscious. The woman was 18-year-old Sleety Mae Crow. The girl later died of her injuries, 1 week shy of her 19th birthday. It was believed that she had been struck from behind and dragged into the woods while walking home from her aunt's house. Her assailant raped her before striking her in the head with a rock at least 3 times, crushing her skull. A black man named Rob Edwards, whose only crime was to be in the area at the time of the attack, was quickly seized. Edwards was unlawfully hung in the town square, with many of the white community present. His body was strung up on a telephone pole, and white onlookers fired bullets into his lifeless body. Two more people would be
So let's not jump past that. Okay, so a white woman is walking. Same story like Black Wall Street. Same story with Rosewood, Florida. Same story. They used the same shit. They trying to do me like that right now in Georgia. You know, if it's a black or white woman, they use a woman, or something happened to a woman or some shit like that to come after your ass. That's the point. Now, this nigga Rob Edwards, he ain't did shit. Because they needed a reason to attack Oscarsville, they hang him and shoot him. Listen, and it's in Georgia, where I'm at right now. So I'm not shocked about them trying to hang me right now. They been down here hanging niggas. They killed so many of us in Georgia and built so many towns over us. That's why I gotta stand strong there. Like, man, y'all got me fucked up like I don't know what y'all did to my people down here. I bet I don't be the example, nigga. Facts, nigga. This for them. This for Oscarville. This for all them too. But just pay attention. Let's stay focused. Facts.
For this still unsolved murder, 16-year-old Edward Knox, whom the girl allegedly accused on her deathbed,
kill him,
and a 17-year-old Oscar Daniel. The 2 boys were put on trial, found guilty, and handed down a sentence of death by hanging. Earlier that same week.
Okay, so in this picture, They just hung. Both of them was teenagers. They already killed one black god, right? Then they turned around and killed 2 more. All right, let's keep going.
The 2 boys were put on trial, found guilty, and handed down a sentence of death by hanging. Earlier that same week, another white woman was allegedly assaulted by 2 black men. Ellen Grish, the wife of a well-respected farmer, accused 2 black men, Tony Howell and Isaiah Perkle, of attempting to rape her before they were startled and scared away by her mother. These men were imprisoned, awaiting trial. A black preacher by the name of Grant Allen was alleged to have speculated at a community barbecue that Grish may have given consent to sexual relations with Howell and Perkle. Word of this speculation reached the ears of the white members of the community, who were enraged at the suggestion. An angry mob captured Grant Allen and horsewhipped him until he was nearly dead. The local sheriff managed to intervene just in time to drag the preacher to the safety of the courthouse. Regardless of whether these black men were guilty of the crimes they were accused of or not, it acted as a flame to a powder keg. The night of Sleety May Crow's funeral, enraged white men gathered at the town's crossroads, armed with guns and sticks of dynamite. They descended on the black population with fury, spurred on by sensational news reports and the support of Crow's parents, who went on record to say that they wished to be rid of the town's black people, whom they referred to as the fiends of hell.
Okay.
In the coming months,
So now, keep in mind, all these white people down in Oscarville, right? They didn't like these black people because they were successful in their little town they had. Even though they had already pushed them to that point where they took all this land from us, they still didn't like that. All right, they called them the fiends of hell. Now they used 2 excuses to go attack them. Now pay attention.
white vigilantes, known collectively as the Night Riders, drove the black community out of town. It is estimated that in the early months of the racial cleansing, that 98% of Oscarville's black community fled in fear, never to return. Many of the cabins of Oscarville's black population were scattered along the banks of the Chattahoochee River on the outskirts of town. The Night Riders would go to each and every white home to call up the adult men of the family to join the group. It is worth remembering that it had only been 50 years earlier that a white man was legally allowed to pursue escaped slaves in the days before the Civil War and the Emancipation Proclamation. Therefore, when the knock on the door came after sundown to join the Night Riders posse, it may not have seemed a foreign concept to these men at all. It took a few months for these so-called Night Riders to drive the black people out of Oscarville and from nearby towns such as Cumming. Those members of the black community who served in the wealthy houses of the upper-class white families in the neighboring town of Cumming were afforded some protection. But the poor sharecroppers, landowners, and cotton pickers, who were the most vulnerable, were the first to flee the town. The Night Riders' main modus operandi was to throw stones through windows, to fire gunshots through front doors, and to shout out, "Get!" to the terrified inhabitants within.
Okay. So before we keep going, we just can't jump past that. Who else used them tactics? The KKK? Who else used them tactics? The police today? They like to come deep, come with their guns. Hell, the U.S. Marshals do that too. They came to my house in the middle of the night, come to your house in the middle of the night, guns drawn, trying to scare you, to take you to jail so they can hang you, kill you slowly. See, that's all I see. They took the land. This Atlantis, though. But I don't think we understand these tactics are the same motherfucking tactics they've been using on our people from day motherfucking one. They call them marshals today in the police and the FBI and the CIA. It don't matter whether you're right or wrong. It could be tax evasion. They come, just like they did right there. They ass was innocent. They didn't give a fuck, nigga. They went and got their ass in front of their families. And then look at the tactics they use to drive all the black people out. They throwing stones through their windows at night. Shooting through their doors. You don't think little kids got shot? Nigga, hell yeah. Nigga, imagine you sitting in the crib with your wife and your family. Nigga just shooting through the doors. They took the land. But I don't think you understand how they took the land. Let them finish.
Furniture was burned, pets and livestock were shot, and messages were left behind, giving inhabitants 24 hours been empty. The furniture shot to pieces. However, it was by burning their churches, the Night Riders struck at the very heart of the spiritual and social fabric of Oscarville's black community.
And you know, them are the racist human beings that's vibrating low. I don't fuck with them. Somebody say, yeah, I don't like racist ass human beings that's vibrating low. I have no problem with the human beings vibrating high. Because guess what? Even then, in that time, you had human beings that was vibrating high and they wasn't with that shit. It's always been duality all through history, nigga. How you think niggas was getting away doing the Underground Railroad? How you think niggas was getting hid? It ain't never just been all human beings. But it's been a majority of their ass. But not all. So I can't take it out on all. Just like all gods ain't rolled with us, nigga. It's hella stories in history where black people that motherfucking went back and told the master some shit and fucked up the whole revolt. We finna revolt. Yo bitch ass ran back and told some shit, fucked the whole revolt up. Go read about Gabriel Prosper. I know my history, do you know yours though? This is what I do. So my rage is righteous rage. I just paused it for a reason though. To all the Christians out there. I've been telling motherfuckers, nigga. Boy, they didn't give a fuck if you was in church. Boy, they would come in that bitch and burn your ass in front of your kids. This is exactly why we ain't finna show no motherfucking mercy to y'all ass right now, nigga. Facts. Boy. Just like they would have tried to hurt me for no reason. Y'all know my case. I ain't got one. They made some shit up because I'm doing this, waking motherfuckers up, nigga. But had the ancestors not moved me, moved us, we wouldn't have known shit, nigga. You think they wouldn't have cared about? You think the marshals and the police don't care about shit? Nigga, they'd shoot the fuck out of me in front of my kids, nigga. And my wife, nigga. No different than back in the day. Oh, you want to be that outspoken nigga, huh? We gonna bring you in front of the whole... And they know y'all watching me too. We gonna make an example out of Rashad Jamal. No, the fuck y'all ain't. What y'all gonna do is start a whole motherfucking war around this bitch, nigga. I know who I am. I know this is our land. And I know why y'all came in me. Like I know why y'all come in my people. I know why they pour black people carbonated beans over and shoot y'all and arrest y'all and fuck with y'all, why they drug the food, why they fluoride the water. Nigga, read history. You ain't gotta go back that far. You ain't gotta know none of the cosmic shit I'm telling you. Just go basic history, nigga. Nigga, they said they burned down 5 churches. Why? Because they knew this would strike at the spiritual source of the community. That let you know right there, nigga, Jesus ain't real, nigga. That let you know right there, nigga, what church was all about. To make your ass passive, nigga. Before church, we was fucking shit up around this bitch. Then they came with that church shit. Worship your slave masters. It's okay because Jesus suffered, so you can suffer like him. He died for your sins, so you should suffer like he did, and you'll get your heaven after you leave. Nigga, fuck the heaven after we leave, nigga. We want heaven right here, right now. Fuck, we gotta leave for to get some peace around this bitch, nigga. They burnt churches. They did more than that. Don't forget who's telling the story here. You can't never expect no human being to tell you the truth about you. Don't forget who's telling the story here. He's still laying it on light, nigga. Y'all better go read Uncle Tom's Cabin. Energy with 12, nigga. Smoking dead cops. You goddamn right, nigga. Give a fuck what color you is, nigga. You a op if you behind that badge, nigga. Cause I know what that badge really mean.